You might want to pay attention to us, because we're kind of a big deal.
We are.
That's PMRants, and
He's Lamp.
what?
He's Lamp.
Do you love Lamp?
I love Lamp.
I'm Arwing Aaron 64. Newly acquainted, or new channel rather. Recently, we refreshed ourselves on the first Anchorman, as well as we saw the second Anchorman.
They were both delightful.
They were indeed delightful. I chuckled from time to time throughout both.
Yes.
But which one caused the most chuckles?
So real talk. I bet, like, mathematically, in terms of in terms of how many jokes there were, like the second one had a lot more, and it just came at a rapid pace. And personally, I thought that was the biggest problem of the movie because the jokes were like going wham, 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 one after another, and we keep on laughing, and all of a sudden it was like, wait, what was I laughing at? The first one seemed like it had a better time placing its jokes.
Well, this is how I see it. The second one did have more jokes, more frequent jokes, one right after another. And the first one had more of a story, but less jokes. So what is more important, the laughs or the comprehension of the story? I mean, I got both stories. Both were, turning points in the history of, news delivery, news networks and shit. But in terms of a comedic movie, what is more important, the frequency of laughs or the division of laughs, but a more solid story? And you feel that the first one was better because it had a more solid story and everything was more paced out.
No, I feel like in terms of the comedic execution, it seemed like the jokes were a lot better placed. Even in the unrated version where things felt like it ran too long. But here in the second one, where I think they had a little bit more creative control with it because the movie was almost 2 hours long, and it felt like it. Another common complaint I have with the movie, it felt too long.
It did, especially towards the end. I don't know. It just felt like it hit a certain point and then really slowed down and then drug on for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, they were really padding it with the random jokes, and that one scene with the perms. It was only for just like 5 seconds, with them with different hairstyles, and then bam!
The very next scene, completely permless.
Never heard from again.
It cheered them up. See, that was a callback to the joke from the first one.
Yeah,
where they got new suits, and then they did the yay, and then they got new suits, and then you did not see them suits for the rest of the. Actually, the same suit. Did they?
No, they didn't get new suits. They were on the way to the suit store.
Oh yeah, and they got lost.
And Brick led them into the alleyway where it led to the epic battle.
Which was another thing they recreated in the second one, was an epic battle.
That was
much more, I feel, distinct cameos.
That was a much more improved joke than the first one.
Absolutely.
Because it had a lot more identifiable.
More relevant
faces. More identifiable characters. Either maybe it's because we got older and we familiarized ourselves with more people.
Yeah, it could be it. I was very young. I was younger and less, aware of the.
Or maybe it was because of them who got people who had more star power. Because the first one had Vince Vaughn, Tim Robbins, Ben Stiller, and Luke Wilson.
Yes.
And the second one, and this isn't all including the battle, it had Drake, Harrison Ford, Kirsten Dunst,
Will Smith,
Kanye West, John C. Reilly, Liam Neeson, Tina Fey, Amy Poehler.
I knew all of them. I remember recently when we saw some of the first ones, we had to look that shit up because we're like, who is that?
Yeah. Oh, and Jim Carrey and Marion Cotillard.
Yes, them too. Well, I was really kind of surprised to see Marion Cotillard in there. That's a very odd cameo for a silly comedy. But
maybe she liked it.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
I just always picture her in more serious stuff, but that's beside the point.
The more prestigious stuff.
The stuff you need an accent for.
Yes.
Because accents all prestigious.
Yes, they are.
Anyways, I felt like both movies were in leagues of their own, both very good. So it was hard to compare them considering they did two separate things very well.
Yeah.
So, to me, 2 thumbs up on both of them.
2 thumbs up for me, and go get them. Go out, buy the first one, and
Go out and bootleg the second one, because you know you're gonna.
yeah.
Don't do that. Support them.
Yeah.
Support the company.
Yeah, we're just joking. We work at a movie theater. We wanna
Get your thumbs up.
We want to try to work our way into the industry. So support your artists. They deserve it.